Hi guys, Ben here from 100M Man, and this is just a follow on from what I was talking about earlier in one of my previous videos on stress, in the controlling and the management of stress. Now, with everything I preach, I say there are three fundamentals to success, to life. There's a few more, but smaller ones, but the key ones that most people have the inability to really deal with are the three ones that most have the inability to deal with are, or fail to recognize as really key and influential in their own life, are fitness, nutrition, and mindful well-being. Now, in my world, I believe that it's 80% nutrition, 15% mindful well-being, and 5% fitness. Now, those numbers may seem incredibly odd to most, especially the fitness aspect, and as you've arrived here probably as a result of watching some of my fitness videos. Mindful well-being, you're probably thinking, well, I'm not really sure what that means. You could repackage that word into lifestyle, but mindful well-being is the one that I tend to use. Nutrition, the largest factor. Well, in my world, we are only a byproduct of what we consume. Now, nutrition influences, and how we fuel our body influences not only our thoughts and chemical reactions happening within the brain, but also our ability to maintain and work and achieve what we want out of our body. And I liken it to a supercar. With previous performance cars that I've had, I'm not in one now, by the way, in previous performance cars that I've had, I wouldn't dream of putting a budget oil in. I would utilize a better source or better type of fuel. I'd put tyres on it that would enhance the performance. In order for me to get what I wanted, i.e. performance, out of that vehicle, I needed to utilise its full potential and give it what it needed. And it's exactly the same with our bodies, what we expect out of it. It's hard to expect the best when you're feeling it with the feeding it with the worst. It's as simple as that. Fueling it with fast food takeaways, don't expect it to be fast, refined, elite, because that just isn't going to happen. If you're overfeeding it, do not expect it to be light, agile. If you're underfeeding it, do not expect to get the time, the distance, the longevity, the performance out of it, because you'll run out of fuel. Stress, and one of the major contributors to stress, in my opinion, is diet. The second factor is utilising fitness as a release of built up energy. I sit behind a desk the majority of my working day. I try where possible to keep active. When I take calls, I stand up, I walk around, I keep mobile. At the moment, obviously, in my present training, I'm training 25-30 hours a week in total. In order to recover, I need to fuel my body with what it needs. I can't be feeding it rubbish and expecting it to deliver on those kind of hours. Mindful well-being. If you're in a job that you're not happy with, you're in a relationship you're not happy with, if there is unhappiness in your life, if you are in debt, if you are struggling with exams, or there's a lot of external pressures, all these things have build up and contribute towards stress. You pile enough on, then that tension will soon give way and you'll snap. It's as simple as that. You can't eat healthy, you can't exercise, have a stressful job, be unhappy, be overloading work due to financial commitments. You can't be living a debt-orientated life, working to service debt, and then expect to change the dynamics of that by working out 5 hours a week, consuming fast food, not giving the body what it wants. By looking after your mindful well-being, and it doesn't have to be hours and hours with a coach or a therapist or anything like that. It can be something as simple as spending 5, 10, 15 minutes a day meditating, clearing out what's going on in the outside world, having that moment of silence, giving yourself just a bit of time out to analyse and assess what's important to you. I guarantee one thing: if after this you spend 5 to 10 minutes a day spending some time to reflect on your life and to take positive action as a result of whatever comes up, I guarantee your life will change for the better. In Western culture, it seems to be debt is a primary issue. People borrowing money to pay for sofas, TVs, cars, putting holidays on credit cards, and then having to work 60 hours a week to service that debt. You know, we forget that debt or finance really was brought about in this country to buy furniture, the fundamentals to live after the Second World War. It wasn't built so that we could have a new telly every year. It wasn't designed so that we could be paying 24-25% APR over 3 years on a product that only has a shelf life of 3 years. Mobile phones, taking out a 3-year contract paying £600 plus interest on a phone over 3 years. Most modern phones are outdated in 3 years. It's just altering and changing that mindset slightly. Incorporating something new, incorporating a bit of thought behind the long-term strains of the choices that you're making. I was in that place once, and I only took the shift after a trip to Costa Rica, in which I immersed myself in a group of people that were probably the most lateral thinking, well-rounded, happy people I'd ever met. I was living a debt service lifestyle. Had an £80,000 car, big mortgage, still have a relatively big mortgage. credit cards, loans, things on ticket. It would reach the end of the month and I'd get a substantial income. Very fortunate in the success of some of my businesses. It's been through a lot of hard work, a lot of struggles, a lot of stresses. But I'd get that monthly paycheck through, and then I'd look at how much I actually had left, how much had to service debt. When I took the decision to clear that debt, to reduce my monthly payments so that bar one debt, my mortgage and utility bills, gas, electricity, food, fuel, those kinds of things. Apart from those, living necessities. One debt. Getting that paycheck at the end of the month made that hard work within that month a hell of a lot different. It shifted my thinking. It altered my mindset beyond anything I could have imagined. Receiving a paycheck at the end of the month and realising you have more than 75% of it left over as a result of paying off, not having debt, is an amazing feeling. I've gone off topic slightly, but I think it's important to share truth within my own journey. Very easy for people watching this to be completely disassociated from my own journey. If you have an understanding of some of my work that I've produced and published, you understand that it's been pretty well received by the masses. And I think that's just down to honesty, relating, simplifying everything. So, to gain momentum, to gain happiness, to increase happiness, reduce some of those stresses, reduce some of those external triggers that cause anger, resentment, frustration. Fuel your body with what it needs. Listen to the body. If you're clinically obese, something's not working. If you're obese, something isn't working. If you're curvy, happy, you can walk for 15 minutes without being out of breath, and you don't think there's a problem, then that's fine. Not everybody has to be thin sticks or muscly. We are designed as humans to contain or have an element of fat. It's natural. But when it affects how you're able to communicate, work, care for yourself, then it becomes an issue. Then it becomes the problem. Fitness. When I talk about fitness, I don't mean signing up to marathons or endurance races or committing to anything that consumes vast amount of time that you're not going to be able to deal with, commit to and see through. I'm talking about parking at the other end of the car park when you go shopping and walking to the checkout. I'm talking about taking the stairs as opposed to taking the escalator. Some small, simple shifts in your daily life that can, again, not only improve the quality of your life and have a fundamental effect on the overall well-being of life, but alter your mindset. Start firing those chemical reactions within the brain. Engaging the gut. Engaging those bits of life that or those bits of your body that have evolved to produce happiness, reduce stress naturally. Your mindful well-being, just 10 minutes a day, 5-10 minutes a day, in silence, without technology, turning off all communication, turning off your technology an hour before you go to bed, seeing that shift within you, seeing that shift and how it affects you in a positive way. That, my friends, that, watchers, listeners, is how you can reduce stress, overcome obstacles in work, be happy, smile within, live a more fulfilled and abundant life. So that's it for now. As you can probably tell, I'm stuck in London traffic. It's not even 7 AM. So for now, peace out. Please remember to subscribe below, leave a comment, let me know how you're getting on your journey in your life. I will try where possible to reply to each and every one of you. But for now, have a good day. I will catch up with you later.